hit. I have to actually
Maybe
hit go live. There we go. This is
Oh,
a little
maybe
bit
it's just
different.
me.
I've never done one that is scheduled before. Usually, you just hit start and it starts. Um, but
Yeah.
yeah, we are now live.
We are now
Perfect.
live.
Okay.
Welcome, everybody.
Well,
really?
you missed my
Everybody that's
explanation as to
stuck
why.
around.
Yeah.
We are now live.
Took us a minute.
It's
Or 26.
26 minutes.
26 minutes. I am sorry. I did
This
not
is
foresee everything
standard
wanting to
harem time.
update all at once. Welcome to
Ain't
the
that
shit
just the way
show.
of the stream?
This
Ah, yes.
Is John still with us?
I don't know.
That's
Goodbye,
pretty high
John.
expectation.
Yeah.
Now we are barely worthy of John's notice. That man's busy working on making movies.
We are worms.
Worthless worms.
This Halloween, I'm debating going as Hades and having Zaz and Darcy be Pain and Panic
Nice.
Oh my gosh, that'd be fantastic.
because their
That'd be
personalities seem to fit it pretty well.
that would be
Zaz is very neurotic, and Darcy is fat and doesn't give a heck about anything or anyone. So, oh please, here we go. I'm just a poor little farmer.
we are.
I've had my students ask me if I would dress up as one of my book characters, and so I'm thinking like I might see about dressing up as Zemon. We'll see.
That's so great. That specifically, you should do it.
So I just need to get my hands on a wheelchair.
Alrighty. Well,
Go to DI.
Hey Di, I need your wheelchair. I need your finest wheelchair.
I
feel
think
like
we're ready to start.
take it
Yeah.
away, good
Oh, I'm
friend.
ready, baby.
Good
Take it
buddy,
away,
Jedward.
Aaron. It's going to be
We
a
have
full
here
ride.
Jedward here to be our ever so not so gracious game master. It's a little
That's
different
right.
than normal live streams, but it's gonna be a fun time.
So today we're going to be playing Brimcaller, which is a RPG that I created. I didn't just homebrew D&D or anything like this. This is a brand new game. And so I'm really excited to share it with everybody and to send these guys through another scenario. They've already been through 2 already, and their characters are still alive, doing well. So,
More or less.
He should kill us.
Brimcaller is set in a world where all except one of the 5 gods have turned against humans. And so now the other 4 gods' favorite hobby is to create monsters and send them in against the remaining humans. And so they already faced one wave of monsters from the sea, and they saved the village of Sea Haven against Polyclops and a giant squid. Polyclops is like a cyclops, but just lots of eyes.
Lots of eyes.
Mhm.
It's the opposite of a cycle.
Yeah,
It's
I feel like that's
yeah.
pretty self-explanatory.
And then they also saved the village of West Haven from some giant ticks and some worms that were coming to attack them.
I was going to say I thought it was just worms, but I'd forgotten the
I
ticks.
forgot about the worms and ticks.
So we're just gonna go through. I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves and their character. And
Ooh.
if you guys remember anything from previous campaigns, anything that was scary or great that you were able to do, you can also share that.
Awesome.
Question: Can
Yes.
we
Oh,
share our screens
yeah.
to show? Okay.
Here's the character. But if you guys have if you guys have artwork or anything like that, then I can stop sharing it. You can share.
If
Well,
you
we
send
put
it to
them in
this
the Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can pull
Yeah.
that up and show
Yeah,
it.
pull them up.
Okay.
Do it,
All right.
baby.
Wow. Okay.
Take over.
Okay, bye everyone. Have a good night.
Sharing. Anyway, about your character.
Wait, I don't see anything.
It's
Who is it?
it would be on
Oh,
so
it's showing up in
Oh, wait.
the it's showing up on
It's
the
showing up on
YouTube, but not
YouTube.
on
Yeah.
not on the
Ah.
Discord chat.
yeah.
Oh, wait. So I'm confusion.
So cast your eyes at the U of Tube.
have a
One moment,
picture
So
of
please.
Camille's got your character up.
Here. Well,
Wait,
this
you wanna
is
Would you
go
like me to
first?
start?
this is so backwards.
Someone else go.
Yeah.
There you
I will
go,
go
Camille.
first.
I'll go.
So
Oh, you great.
here we
Go,
have good old Gilbert.
Gilbert.
This is Gilbert. Honestly, I don't remember his backstory. All I know is that his spirit guardian, or spirit hero, what are they called?
Oh yeah, so you play two characters. You have
Yeah.
your main character, and then your character is like teamed up with a dead character that
That's right.
grants them superpowers.
Yeah.
And so you get
So-
to create characters twice, at least backstories twice.
So the dead character ran really hard from a bunch of bad guys and died. That's the only
Mhm.
backstory I remember. I think it was like he was running from his town to try and get more help, and he died on fine. This here Gilbert, he's real tall and lanky, and I guess like Spoos now. I don't remember that character trait. I just found the first picture on YouTube, or I mean on Google, and went with that, which seemed to kind of so. It's now his character. He's so that's all.
Nice.
Lars, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
All right.
Here we have Lars's character. Sort of.
So, yeah, my
Barely.
character, yeah, apparently, my character is Jazzy, and Jazzy's very much like King River from Star versus the Forces of Evil, at least in appearance. Short, hairy, and slightly crazy. And his spirit guardian is Omniprix, very tolerant spirit that helps to boost Jazzy's one true passion, which is to slay monsters with music or slay them to music, as he goes around and motivates people with his violin. Which one of the coolest things that he's done is using his violin as kind of like a sonic boom, though that
Boom.
blasting one creature because he's so tiny shot him in the opposite direction and into a building. So yeah, there you have it. There's Jazzy.
Jazzy. A jazzy fella.
Alrighty. Camille, do you want me to share the new one you posted?
So that actually is my spirit guardian. So I
Okay,
wanted
this
to
is your
put
spirit
two.
guardian.
Yes. So which one did you do? Did you
The
do
one
my
you-
spirit? The one I just did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is my spirit guardian, Captain Ishka, who was a pirate and not a very I wouldn't say she's a bad person, but she's also a pirate. But she died
Fair point.
protecting. She died saving people, which is then what enabled her to be a spirit guardian. But she's a pretty cool lady. And then if you want to change to my precious girl,
Yeah.
this is my precious girl, Seraphine. So she is from the village of Sea Haven, so that first village that we started the campaign in. She's a blacksmith's daughter, and she's very tall and buff. She's the tank, and she can manipulate like pure metals into any sort of weapon. And she's just very sweet and good. I actually started my own drawing of her, but I have not finished it. So this is like the closest one I could find. And so Ishka, her hair is actually shorter in my mind, but gives an idea. It works.
Cool. Well, that's us.
So, before we get started on the campaign, I was just going to explain how the rules work a little bit. Is you roll a number of dice, a number of D8 or 8-sided dice equal to your skill ability, and you're trying to get a pair. So in this case, you're trying to, you got 3 5s, and so 3 of anything equals a 6. So you got a pair of 6s technically, and that is a very good roll, which would mean that you would probably be able to deal damage and not get any damage in return, depending on the difficulty of your character. So whenever you roll the dice, you know that you pretty much know if something good or bad has happened to you. And you just roll the dice once, and after you've rolled it once, you know what's going to happen to you, and also like how much damage you deal and stuff. So it's pretty simple system, but it works for what we need. And then
I feel like it's a lot more stream. Like there's a lot less number crunch. It's a lot.
oh yeah,
more,
and then
yeah.
And then also, whenever you're fighting, you it's more like a movie action scenes than it is like turn based. And so one player might go several times in a row, and then you switch to somebody else depending on whether people are split up and different things like that. So instead of like each enemy and each person taking a turn, it just it plays out a lot like a movie would.
It makes combat less insufferable, in my opinion. As the one
That's
who
always
does
my
not
biggest
like D&D.
complaint. Yeah, that's my biggest complaint on D&D is just how slow paced the combat is. So this really speeds it up, and I personally like this a lot more than.
Once again, I'm going to say you guys still need to do D&D with me.
Yeah.
So we're starting with a cinematic scene. So you guys just came from the village of Trichon, where you guys defeated the worms. You're a little bit beat up, but you're mostly in good shape. And you guys are walking back to the capital because all of the guardians, all the people that have bonded with the spirit guardian, the majority of them live in the capital where they're sent off in assignments. And so you guys are heading back there. You guys are still kind of in the tall trees, just kind of walking along. The village provided you with some food and rations and stuff, and you guys are walking back. Usually, this is a pretty boring part of your job. But
Jazzy's playing music.
Jazzy's playing music. I don't know how everybody else feels about it.
Gilbert's
nice
probably
to
just
say
along for the
anything.
ride.
So you guys are going. You guys had more teammates, but a few of them are back in the village, either helping rebuild or licking their wounds a little more before they head back. When all of a sudden you guys see just like zip over your guys' heads, and it's crazy because he's flying like under the tree line, like along the path, and so that was a little strange. But it's even more strange when the bird turns around, and then as it lands, it morphs into a man, and so
it's a man.
Is he naked?
Man. He's in the nude.
He's not naked.
He's in. Oh.
Don't get excited.
Dang it.
So his clothes become feather. He's wearing.
Yeah, so he's fully clothed. He's fully clothed, and you guys see him, and he takes a minute to catch his breath, and then he says, "Are you them? Are you Gilbert and Zippy, or what is it? No, Jazzy, and I have all of them right here. Zippy, Jazzy. Are you Gilbert?
I'm Gilbert. Are you a Birdman? Is that what you are? I'm obviously a little bit.
My spirit guardian ability is to transform into animals.
I don't.
But I'm so glad I found you. And you guys start to notice something is kind of unique about him. Like most people just wear like, maybe like loose fitting pants and like a shirt, or like, you guys sometimes wear armor, but he's actually wearing kind of like a big like robe that's kind of loose and flowing. And you guys have traveled around enough. You guys recognize that he is dressed like the people that occupy the desert.
Oh.
And so
And
he starts
where
to
are
kind
we
of.
geographically? Like,
Is
are
your
You guys
we
are in the
pretty far?
part
forest.
of your wings?
So the valley goes like to the south is the sea, and then to the
Are we pretty far
east
away from the desert
to
then?
the east is you guys are pretty far away from the
Okay,
desert.
okay.
To the east is the forest, to the north is the
East.
desert, and to the west is the mountain range. And
Okay.
so you guys are pretty far away from the desert, and so he kind of starts to tell his story, and he tells you about how he like decided instead of living the life of a guardian in the capital, he chose to stay with his people and just protect them where they were. But so this is a little bit taboo. Like, some people consider it like kind of selfish to stay in one place and not to live your guys' life where you're constantly putting yourselves in danger, but able to protect more people as you're sent off on assignments. But he says, I went before the big three, and they wouldn't listen to me. My village is going to be under attack very soon, but because it's not under attack, they won't send anybody. Because I chose to live with my people, they barely listen to me, and so I need your guys' help. I heard that you guys came and you helped a man, even though the big three didn't expressly send you. So I hope that you guys would come with me and help me also.
This is true. We did.
I have no memory of that, but okay.
And we got paid in wine and women.
Oh no.
And trees.
And
trees.
So we got plenty of trees, and we also are filled up on wine and women. So what can you offer us?
I can offer our gratitude. I mean, my people, as you know, like, we live in the desert. We scavenge the ancient ruins. You guys can have your pick of treasures. We just really need help. We're under attack from a neighboring tribe that we used to be friendly with, but the Rankin tribe is attacking us.
Fame of Jazzy all over the desert.
He starts to give you kind of a look.
Wait. We never got this man's name.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry.
Well, I'm just referring to him as Birdman at this point.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm Tyrannus.
Tyrannosaurus Rex, right?
It means Birdman.
That's just short form for Birdman, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's short for Birdman.
But something he says kind of shocks you, because he said that the people of Rankin are attacking his tribe, and the thing is like, war is like strictly forbidden. Like the capital keeps kind of a close watch on everybody, like war between cities, because they're always under attack from these monsters. So war is like really frowned upon, and like nobody really, like, it usually doesn't come to blows like this. And so it's like a really weird situation within this world. And so Tyrannus says, like, there's something really weird going on. I couldn't convince the big three, but I could convince you guys to come and help. I don't think my powers alone will be enough to stop it.
So are we thinking there's maybe a monster behind these shenanigans?
They thought that the tribe of Rankin was we thought that they had been taken by a storm or perhaps killed by monsters, but they just showed up at our doorstep, and they're setting something up, and it's not good.
So what you're saying is they're really bad neighbors who are upset that you didn't come and check in on them.
That might be it. I don't know. And so he says, I can share my ability with you so we can get there faster.
Okay.
Tell me. How strong is the drink in this place?
Somebody
we have
Power of the
excellent.
trees.
No
Say
trees.
that
We have excellent. We have excellent cactus blossom wine. So
Fruity. It sounds
he
rather
Yummy, yum, yum, yum.
elegant. I'll give it a try. Why not? Do I turn into a bird yet?
so he
Start singing, I'm more than a man. I'm more than a plane.
so he
I'm a
he approaches
birdman.
he approaches each one of you and touches your forehead.
Ooh.
And after he does, you
Sim.
you start shrinking in size and sprouting feathers out of your arms, and like your clothes start to turn into feathers, and you just get smaller and smaller, like Animorph. And now you guys are birds. And he says, like, you have to stay within 100 yards of me, or your powers will no longer work.
Oh,
And if you're flying, that would not be good. But he says, like, just give it a little bit of practice right around here, and then we'll be off. And then he transforms into a
I
bird.
feel like I could fly up to the sun.
don't be an idiot,
Maybe-
please.
Maybe I'll join you on that venture.
Please don't leave me alone.
I'm just kidding. Everyone knows that the sun is made of cheese.
So you guys start trying to practice flying, and you find that there's like kind of an innate sense of how to do it. I don't know if any of you were worried, but being a bird comes quite naturally to you. And
Oh,
then you guys
bless.
kind of
I'm
fly.
worried about
I was a
that.
bird.
You guys fly up, and you're just kind of in a V formation, flying out, and you guys start to see the trees start to thin out, and you guys can see kind of the plains to the. Well, yeah, you guys have great vision. You're birds. You're all like raptors, and so you can see kind of the plains to the west, and you guys are flying north until the trees start to thin out, and then you guys are over a desert, and you fly for a while, and you guys can see, just as the desert transforms, there's little oases places, and you guys can see different tribes like moving around and stuff, and you guys fly over ruins, and you see that there's like kind of a tribe there, like picking through stuff, collecting materials, and loading them up, and guys keep flying until there's nothing for a while. I didn't catch that, Lars.
And I have the sudden urge now collect stuff for a nest.
So
Twig.
you guys fly a little bit further, and then you guys see one more oasis, and then you as you're flying around, you kind of do a lap around it, and you guys can see this other tribe kind of off in the distance, and they're marching towards the last the oasis, and you guys can see the tents kind of set up around there. Yeah, and so you fly down and you land, and he turns back into a man, and he touches each of you, and you transform back into humans.
Is Tyrannus like a younger gentleman, or is he older?
I'd say he's kind of older.
Damn. Okay, never mind. Is that concrete though?
It's not concrete.
We could be flexible.
Okay, good.
He's not like
Oh,
he's not like an old man. He's not an old man. I'm sorry. I don't know what you mean when you said older.
He's not
I don't
old,
know how
but is
old-
he daddy? Basically, asking for a friend.
Your choice.
Age is just a number, baby.
I'm
something
thinking that he is the prime
fetish
time.
has been awakened within Seraphine.
Yeah, he touches my forehead, and I feel something. I feel like a woman.
Did you feel more on your transition from human to bird, or bird to human?
Is there a wrong answer?
I don't
I
feel
don't
like
know
I
if I wanna
ever
answer
changed
that.
back to human. I'm still a burden for.
Levi told me that to make sure you know he's not single. He goes and ups and kisses his wife and scoops up his baby.
Shut up, Levi.
Shut up, Sandra.
You thief of joy.
He says he approaches you guys and he's like I'll help as much as I can, but as you guys know, like, we're not infallible, and the flight here and keeping all of you guys in bird form, like, a lot of this fight might be up to you guys. And you see the tribe like approaches until they kind of form like a big line, and then and they form a big line just in time, plot timing. And you see you see 10 men step forward, and each of them has like something in their hand.
We are gonna have a battle of
and then you hear them say for Rankin, and then they like stab something into their chest. And what you see next, like, you guys have never seen anything like this before. Like, the monsters, like, you're not exactly sure where they come from. They just like appear and try and wreck people, but the men start to kind of transform before your eyes, and you guys can tell that the other members of the tribe are like a little bit taken back, and they kind of all step back, and then the men start coming towards you, and you see that like they're starting to like ooze a black substance, like like they just like immediately like transform, and they start running towards you, and then as they get halfway there, they light on fire. So there is 10
evidently
flaming people.
Oil.
Are they screaming? Are they like in pain? Are they screaming, or are they just?
No, they're not screaming. Like you, as they get closer, you guys realize that they're not human anymore. Like,
right. Oh,
they look kind of like what we understand would be zombies.
Oh, that's fun. Okay.
Zombies on fire.
Write that
zombies
down.
on fire.
Okay.
I've seen
fire zombies.
Before.
Oh.
Well, we're in the middle of a desert. Let's kick a bunch of dirt on them and put them out.
What's your move, Jazzy? So you guys are kind of all together now, but they've kind of spread out, and you see like a few of them are headed towards you, but some of them are headed towards the people that you were trying to protect, and the people are starting to kind of run away.
Jazzy goes to intercept the zombies that are trying to go after the people.
All right, so they're on either side. So there's 3 in the middle where you guys are, 3 to one side and 4 to the other. So which side do you go to? Do you go to the side with 4 or 3?
I go to the side with 4.
Okay, Jazzy says he's a hero today.
I've always been a hero. Yeah.
He's a dead man.
Turns and kind of just like lets out a guttural snarl at you, and the flames on him just grow, and then he starts running towards you.
Just one?
Just one of the 4, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to use my amazing music blast and make him roll in the dirt. When I throw him back, he rolls in the dirt. He's going to put himself out.
All right, perfect. Go ahead and make the roll. Lars wanted to use physical dice. You're using your superpower, so you get 5.
Ooh, I get 5.
Let it begin.
Okay, let's see here. Relieve. Ooh, man. All these dice are good, so I'm just going to delete that one out. And yay! I have 2 8s and 2 1s.
2 8s and 2 1s. Perfect. So this first zombie comes up and you just cleave it in half. You do exactly what you want happens. You blow it back, and you see it skip across the desert, and then it explodes.
Nice.
Boom.
No.
They don't go out.
So they
I shout that out. I shout that out. Oh, like it looks really cool as I turn around with my violin, and
because you're a
explosions right
cool
behind
guy
me.
and they don't
But
look
they
at it.
don't go out.
So the first three zombies, the three zombies are now on top of you, but the both of you, and then there's three zombies that are off to the side that are approaching like where the tents are and where the people are. So they're zombies, but they're not moving slow. They're running and stuff.
Okay. I am gonna look around. Is there water anywhere near? Like we're in an oasis, right?
Yeah, so in the center of the oasis is like a spring, like a water right there.
How far away is that?
There's some people running past it, but I'd say it's like a good 50 yards behind you, so half a football field.
Okay.
That's pretty lengthy.
Yeah. So here's a question for you, because my ability is limited by having to have both feet planted onto the ground. Would that extend if I were, like in water?
Yeah, I mean, I think
Would I
it
have
makes
to be
sense to me
standing
that
in it? Or could I like float in the water?
well, you aren't sure how deep this water is, whether you'd be
Yeah.
able to like float in it too much. But
Snake's
my
power
understanding
again?
is you couldn't, the way the power is written is you can't be like in the air, or you can't
Yeah.
really be in like imminent danger as you perspective swap.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. Okay.
So
So
Nate, yours says swap in midair. So mid water, I think is kosher.
cool. Okay. Well, I am going to swap with somebody who is close to the water and dive in, is my plan.
All right. So you there's three. Okay. So there's three zombies on top of you. So as
Yeah.
Oh,
with
sheesh.
somebody that's close to the water, they now are next to
Three zombies.
Camille's character.
The zombies.
Yeah. Yep.
Seraphine and all the zombies.
Yeah.
I can't believe you've done this.
So
It's an old granny.
Yeah.
What just happened? Gerald, where are you?
So Seraphine, you're standing next to Gilbert when all of a sudden you're standing next to a totally terrified and disoriented villager
No.
who screams, and there's a zombie that's right on top of you guys. What do you do?
Like physically on top of us?
Like
Or just,
he's
like,
he's
really
right
close?
there. He's attacking you.
Oh boy. Freaking Nate. Why?
is
Oh.
Gilbert.
Every day my patience wanes.
She
I'm
has
trying to
no
think
patience left for me.
of a
That was gone
good
long ago.
weapon to use because I'm not very fast. I feel like I should have something with some sort of range on it, so I can, Can I craft a? Here's a question because I genuinely don't know. Does it take longer for me to craft certain weapons, or does it not matter, like what it is? It's pretty like instant.
I don't think it matters. I think it's pretty instantaneous.
Okay, bueno.
And you can produce multiple weapons at once.
Okay.
And any type of metal, multiple weapons at once. It just has to be pure metal. You can't like pull
Right.
metal out of the earth in
Right.
order to do it.
But I have metal on me.
Tough
Right.
shenanigans.
You have metal on you, yes.
Okay, cool. I was like, I don't have to
You
worry
always
about...
have like a certain amount of metal on
Right.
you.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
you usually rely on some sort of environmental metal, and you aren't exactly sure where that would be right now.
I'm in the desert. And it's just one zombie?
Not environmental. I meant like metal, like within the town. You'd find a blacksmith shop. Yeah. No, there's one
Right.
zombie, but there's like two more pretty close.
Okay.
You got
Just
3
swap
on you.
places with the villagers. It's fine.
Sorry, I don't have that ability. I'm going to. Let's see. Let's craft a spear. I'm gonna craft a spear,
Okay.
a long spear, so I can shank it in the
Okay.
head at a
All
distance.
right.
I'm scared.
All right. Can you guys see my roll? I'm gonna do a live roll, and it probably won't be 2 8s. Just saying, Lard. I'm just kidding.
Camille's like, oh, come on.
I got knocked
So,
on
Oh, 2 6s.
Yay,
That's
2
pretty good.
6s.
so you are able to you stab this zombie through the head, and then you pull down real quick, and you see it start to like fizz, like it's going to blow up, and then it doesn't, and now you have 2 of them right on top of you.
Oh gosh. Okay.
And this gave your villager enough time to kind of get out of dodge, and so he's running back
Okay.
towards his screaming toddler that
I mean,
he was forced
That
to
I-
abandon.
that I
if
was
they were
ripping
still
apart
by me,
from
I probably would have
Not
just.
some old granny like I thought.
Yeah, no. If they were still by me, I probably just would have. Yeet.
Just
It'd
tossed
probably
him.
break something, but they wouldn't get killed by flaming zombies. So I think it's a win. But do I? Frick! Now I still have 2 more, but I still have my weapon.
Yeah, you have your spear.
Yeah, can I craft some ninja stars to throw at their heads?
Yes.
Hell yeah!
You'll have to reclaim them, but I love it.
All right, so you're going for a multi-attack with some ninja stars.
We're going
I don't know
to
how exactly you use your strength to throw a ninja star, but we'll
throw them really
we'll give
hard.
it to you. All right. So here's the thing. You totally hit the first one with your ninja star square in the face. And then you realize that ninja stars aren't the most effective weapons against creatures that can't feel pain. And you just see his arm come back and just hurls a fireball right in your face, and like boom, it explodes, and like you see your spirit armor like flash once, and you are down 1 hit point.
I blame Nate.
Oof. Well,
So
okay.
now you have a little bit less metal on you, and you still have 2 zombies right on top of you. They're starting to like circle you now. What do you do?
Oh gosh. I don't want to use my superpower because I'm down a point. Or my super whatchamahoochie. Frick.
So
I
what?
panicked.
While you think about it, so Gilbert, you're now in the water. There is
Yeah.
4 zombies over there approaching the villagers. One of them is one of them has gone into a tent, and you hear screaming. And now the
Okay.
tent is
I
on
am
fire.
going to swap places with the one that is causing the screaming in the tent.
Do you need line of sight?
I don't remember if that was a limitation.
I think I don't think it was one of your limitations, but that's how we've been playing. But we'll say the tent flap is open and you can see
Okay.
it because it's on fire. And so boom, you swap places. The zombie is now in the water and is no longer on fire, and you are in a tent, and you see the old granny in the tent, and she has like a small child with her also.
Damn
Okay.
it, woman.
Since the tent flap is open, what happens to the zombie other than just the fire going out? Does he drown? Does he
still alive.
swim? Are they
You're
still
not
alive?
exactly sure. You're in the tent now.
Okay.
But the tent flap's open, you're right. So you see the zombie, he's struggling and is making its way towards the shore. But it
so he
is no
can't swim.
longer on fire.
Okay. Is there a bucket in this tent?
There is a bucket in this tent.
Okay. Can I take things with me when I perspective swap? I mean, obviously, I take my.
You're able to
clothing,
take all
so-
your weapons with you all the
Okay.
time. So yes, you can take small
Sweet.
items with you. You just can't perspective swap with a person.
Okay. Okay, so he's making his way to the shore. I can't decide if he's less dangerous. Well, yeah, he's less dangerous now that he's no longer on fire. So, I'm gonna grab the bucket. How far away am I from shore?
You're pretty close. Yeah,
Okay.
it's you can move there fairly easily
Cool.
because the
Can I
tents
just
were the tents were all set up pretty close to the oasis.
So I'm gonna just freaking like right on top of the guy who's swimming to shore. Like I'm just gonna dive in after him and like just really hit my elbow on his head. Do my best.
Bunk.
So are you making a?
I guess
So
that
you
would be
aren't using your speed, so that would be a strength roll.
yeah, which is not my strongest.
Let's see. Oh wait, what am I doing? I got all of them right here. So, strength is your weakness,
Yeah.
but we'll say it's speed just without your superpower. So you
Okay.
get 4 dice. And you got 2 threes. So so you come down and you just bring your elbow down, boom, right on this zombie, and the zombie is now kaput. But you see that its black murk starts to like spread out inside of the oasis.
Oh,
So
like
so
inside of the water, like all the
it's
like
poisoning
in the water,
the water
yeah.
hole.
oh boy,
Yeah,
definitely.
someone's poisoned the water hole.
I definitely don't. Or do I want to send another zombie and light the entire ocean on fire or the oasis?
All right,
I'm very
Jazzy,
tempted.
So you intercepted one of the zombies with your sonic blast. The rest of them have made their way towards the people. So you see, one of them is approaching a group of people that are like trying to like saddle up their camels. Another one is like just sprinted after a group of just like a family with 3 kids, and then the last one is headed towards the tents. What do you do?
We go after the one that's attacking the family.
Okay. How do you cope with the zombie?
I'm going to take my violin, which has served as well as my axe, and I'm just going to lob off the head.
All right. So you have a strength of 4.
Yep.
So I will go ahead and
So I got my
boom.
Okay.
Oh,
I was
sorry.
gonna roll my-
Go ahead. You always roll your own.
And that is worse. An 8, 1, 4, 4, and 5.
Okay, so you got no pairs. So
No pairs.
you got the zombie's attention,
No
and
pairs.
it and as
Not
you manage to hit it, and you cut off one of its arms, and then it just points the arm at you, and just black bile comes out that's on fire, and it throws you in the face with its severed arm, and you see your spirit armor flash once, and you have taken 1 point of damage. Would you like to attempt again?
Curse my short reach. Yes. I am going to attempt again. As I mean, that thing just gave me a face full, and it's going after the children. This thing deserves to die.
Go ahead.
And rather than mercifully taking off its head, I'm just going to cut up through the belly and into its face.
Yummy.
All right.
Take
Cutting
that.
from down to up. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. If this were actually like damage rolls, this would be fantastic. An 8, 5, 7, and a 4.
8, 5, 7, and 4. So you
8, 5,
managed to
7,
cut off It steps back at the last minute. You cut off its other arm, and it points it at you, and just boom in the face again.
I got this little gimp thing that's just all like.
Just
All right. Do you want to change your strategy at this point? The family is out of range, so like if you did a Sonic Blast, you wouldn't be hurting the family like you would have before.
Yeah. No, I'll say that I will use my Sonic Blast.
Okay, so this time
So
you get
that's
to
fine
roll
again?
5 dice. If you'd like me to roll for you, I can. You seem to be struggling. I'm just kidding.
Well, struggling. Am I struggling? Well, let's see.
I'll show you
Let's
struggling.
see here. Oh my gosh.
you haven't seen.
Yeah, I guess I am struggling. Once again, if this was for damage, this would be fantastic. It's a 5, a 6, a 3, a 4, and a 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This zombie has taken out half of your health, sir.
I know. Oh my gosh, it sucks.
So you're not doing so hot.
Don't die on us.
Please.
So we're gonna skip back to Seraphine. So Seraphine, you are surrounded. The villager has gotten out of there, and they are circling you. They're swinging at you. What do you do?
Do I still have my spear?
Yeah, it didn't take all of the metal on you to make the ninja star. It's now poking out of one of their heads.
Okay. Can I craft an axe?
A halberd?
Yeah,
Like an axe at the end of a pole?
No. Oh, actually, I was gonna say like one that I could like throw at them, but that might work too. But there's 2 of them. So I was thinking because I still have to use my spear and I don't know how much metal I can use. If I craft an axe and I yeet that at one, but I still have another spear to have some distance to shank the other one.
Yeah, we'll say you have enough metal on you for that.
Okay, cool. Then I want to try that.
But after that, you'd have to start recovering or find new metal. Or
Right.
you'd have to start using your spear for stuff.
Right.
All right. I will roll for you. You are crafting weapons on the fly. And boom. So you take you kind of have just kind of ingots on you. And you grab the last one and you turn around and you huck a throwing axe at one of them, and you see it split and it kind of fizzles like the other one did that blew up, but it doesn't blow up, and then it and so you just have the one on top of you now, like the one zombie attacking you.
Okay. Then I'll just use my spear on that one.
Okay. All right. Once again, you handedly managed to cleave this zombie in half, and so now you're kind of free of zombies, but you're a little bit out of the fray because you were out in front, and Gilbert and Jazzy left, and so now you can kind of pick which side to go on. So there is a zombie that's just currently throwing Jazzy in the face. There's one that's now lit a couple of camels' packs on fire, and the rest of the camels are just scattering. And then there's one that's like made it to the tents now and is starting to light tents on fire. They're screaming all around, and then the 3 or the 2 on oh no, there's 3 still. There's 3 on the other side of the oasis. Now they've made their way around and they're just harassing people.
The jerks. What was the second group doing again?
So there's one lighting camels on fire. There's one currently killing Jazzy, and then there's another one that's at the tents burning things. So the other side's kind of the same. Like there's one burning. There's one of them that's just like chasing people down. And then there's another one thing. And then up ahead, you see the Rankis tribe they are pulling something into position.
Oh, is this the big
So-
boy?
So, what's your move?
Gosh, I feel like camels. Sorry, camels. I feel kind of inclined to help Jazzy because he is straight up not having a good time right now.
Not having a
So
good
you
And
start-
I don't
you
trust.
start,
I don't
you
know if I
start
could
sprinting towards. You start
I'm
sprinting towards
scared.
Jazzy. Jazzy does have the team up ability, and so you could possibly team up with him to take out some nearby zombies. So you are in the water. You currently have this thing that's just like spreading oil over the top of the water. What do you do?
Wait, what's
Nate?
what's
Gilbert.
spreading
I'm talking to
oil?
Gilbert. Sorry,
Oh,
Gilbert.
Squidward. Are you Squidward now? So sorry, there's the oil on the water, and then there's another one where? Lighting tents on fire?
There's one, yeah. So on your kind of the side that you were managing, there's one lighting tents on fire. There's one that's like kind of chasing the people out of the camp, and as he's reaching people, he's burninating them, and then there's two of them that are staying here, and the two of them that are terrorizing the people nearby, and then one that's kind of farther off into the distance.
Why are there so many boys?
Who authorized this?
Fight.
I am going to perspective swap with one of the villagers that is close. You said that there were two that were just kind of hanging around.
Terrorizing everybody that was left,
Yeah, so I'm gonna
including the grandma that
swap.
finally made it out of the burning tent.
You know
Okay,
what?
I'm not
Too
gonna
bad
swap
she
with the
dies.
grandma.
Okay, so you perspective swap with a villager that's close to one of the zombies.
Yeah, preferably one that looks like they know how to swim.
Okay, so you find one. Well, you're able to stand in the water, like it's not that
Okay.
deep.
Okay.
But
Well then, grandma. No, I'm just kidding.
so you
Grandma.
perspective swap and do you attack right away?
Grandma proceeds to just
Yeah,
fall
I'm
face
gonna
first.
perspective swap and go for I guess a left hook. I'm not really good at punching.
Well, no,
though.
you have a sword and stuff. Like you have
Oh, I
whatever
do?
equipment you.
I don't remember
You have
this.
whatever equipment you usually use. What was that, man? Okay. So, sweet, you got a 4. So what this means is you, so you perspective swap in, you stab the zombie, and you start to see it flash, just like Lars's zombie did before it blew up. And now we are going to make a speed save for you because this zombie seems like it is imminent to destruction.
Well, it's a good thing
So-
I got good speed.
So what do you do? Do you just try and get out of there? Do you switch with a villager? Do you switch with like what do you do?
No, I'm gonna. So if it looks like he's gonna go pop, I'm gonna switch with probably the Shoot, there's villagers near me, aren't there?
Um,
How many villagers are there near me?
At least 3.
I mean, it's a pretty crazy scene. There's like people running in every direction. So you don't know, like you wouldn't know the blast radius on this guy.
Well, I am going
necessarily.
to how does it seem like he's like seconds away from exploding, or do I have like
Yes,
maybe
It's
Okay.
It's seconds. Like
if
you
that
could maybe sprint out of there. You don't really know. You could
do I
maybe
have enough
sprint out of there.
time to swap twice or thrice? Like would that be so basically what I'm trying to do is I'm gonna swap with another zombie to get the zombie, or I'm gonna run towards the one that's about to explode. I'm gonna swap with the zombie. And then I want to swap back with one of the villagers that's really close and swap with the other zombie again. So then all the zombies are gathered together next to this boom boom
Blow up.
stink boy.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
It's gonna take a lot of good rolls, isn't it?
it's gonna take. Well, I mean, yeah, we can roll for it. Totally. So
Or
Or if we don't have to, and you just let it happen.
Yeah.
So I'll say,
Or I do have my okay.
Wink.
This is out of the game. I do have my special ability, which lets me swap with multiple people all at once. But I can only use that once. And so is it worth doing that right now here?
You can
or
use
should
it
I
now.
save it? What say ye, fellow players?
Oh,
Too much
I mean-
metagaming.
Yeah.
Too much. I'm just gonna say do it.
Okay. I'll do it.
All right. 6 dice. Let's see what happens.
Get us a good one.
All
I
right.
mean, 2
Two.
isn't great, but it's not a 0.
It's not my rolls.
So what you do
Danger.
is you manage to swap with the zombie that's far away, and you like bring it back into camp, and then you go to swap with the nearby villager, and before you can swap the third zombie, the first one blows up, and now the second one's on the timer.
Oh.
And so the second one is kind of blinking now, but the first one's dead, but you do take 1 damage in the process. And you manage to save the villager, because if the villager had taken that damage, they would be a dead. So
A very dead.
It was a dead villager. Where the heck is Birdman in all of this?
Birdman died.
Birdman
I ate him.
is with his family. Run away.
Oh, little
You guys see a
Been
rhinoceros or a rhinoceros
Birdman.
you guys see like a bunch of people piled up on a rhinoceros like riding out of the city. So he's helping with the evacuation.
Bird-
He's
oh, okay.
Birdman.
Oh,
Birdman
gotcha.
freaking just left us.
I am not asking him out on a date anymore.
His wife will
Had
appreciate
nothing
that.
to do with the fact that he is married.
Allegedly.
Has nothing to do with this.
Allegedly.
Has nothing to do with this.
It could be his sister.
Yes. Oh no. Popo.
Oh, he has a very attractive sister.
So oh no, are you getting swatted?
No, I just live close to a fire station.
Oh, nice. So the next one's blinking. So Nate, I will say that you could try and get away, or you could try and pull the third zombie into your daisy chain.
Might as well.
It's your call.
Let's do it. Let's pull him in. There's no sense not to, especially since what's
Oh
the
wait,
point
you
in
don't get
walking
6
when you
dice.
can-
Sorry, I got to re-roll. You don't get 6 dice. So
Such a good.
That's fine by me.
Oh.
perfect.
None for you.
6, a 7.
So
Hello. Did he
you
freeze?
He's dead.
There he
you
is.
just run towards the zombie, and then you swap at the last second with the last zombie on your side, and they both blow up. Like it doesn't start a new timer or anything. And so all the zombies on your side are taken out. There's still 3 remaining zombies, and as Seraphine is running towards Jazzy, who's just getting flamethrowed in the face. There's still 3 zombies around, but you hear kind of like a collective gasp go through the crowd, and the Rankin tribe has launched this giant stone towards you guys, and it lands like in the center of the camp, and so everybody kind of turns, and the zombies even pause for a second, and then all of you guys get swept off your feet as the sand just comes alive with just hundreds of snakes.
Oh, bro.
And
alive.
You're trying to kill
and so there's
We
just
didn't clear
like
the ads fast enough.
there's all these snakes, and they just kind of slither around this stone, and they start to kind of swirl around, and then you see them start forming, and the stone picks up off the ground, and you see kind of this humanoid shape made of snakes. Camille's face right now.
And it is still nowhere near as creepy as the massive Wreck-It Ralph from Wreck-It Ralph 2.
I have not
That's
seen
kind
that
of what
one.
it's like. But yeah, so there's just like this very large, 20-foot tall humanoid just made of snakes now.
Oh, he's big.
And so there's still three zombies, and you see it turn towards one of the zombies kind of wandered towards it, and it picks it up, and Jazzy and
is it gonna chuck it like
and
the
Seraphine
moblins in Breath of the Wild?
It yeets it at
it eats it at you guys. So go ahead and roll for speed and see if you guys can get out of there.
Speed?
Oh,
I was going to send a music wave and blast it right back at it.
Okay. All right. Jazzy decides to stand his ground and
I'm standing my ground.
attempt to blast it back.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Okay, bye, Jazzy. This is nice knowing you.
Wait,
right.
do you support him in this?
Do I?
What are you doing at this point?
Oh.
Are you trying to get out? Are you trying to?
I feel like I should try and get out of the way.
Okay, so we'll roll for that first. Go ahead. What is it? What was your roll, Jazzy?
My roll, it would have been 3 1s, but it's just 2 1s.
Okay, so you got 2 1s. And Jazzy, what was your plan during all this? Not Jazzy. What was Seraphine's plan during all this? Are you getting out of there? Are you standing behind?
Or you just busting cheek?
I'm gonna try and bust cheek out of the way.
All right, I think speed is your weakness.
Ooh.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Maybe
so you get to roll 3 dice.
Okay, someone roll for me.
All right, you didn't make it out of there. So both of you guys. Luckily, Lars's blast kind of kept the zombie from actually hitting you, because the snake's aim is really good considering they're just a bunch of snakes that just met. So.
That is chemistry.
So you guys, instead of exploding right on top of you, the zombie explodes in the air and it hits you both for 1 damage. And so now there's just 2 zombies. There's 2 zombies left, and there's 2 zombies left, and Lars is almost in physical hit points. Oh yeah, if you're listening to the game for the first time, so there's 2 types of hit points. There's spirit hit points, which means like nothing happens to you. Your spirit guardian kind of absorbs it. And then there's physical hit points, which means you're actually getting injured. And so Lars is 1 hit point away from physical injury. And so now there's 2 zombies left terrorizing people. One of the camels is just literally fully on fire now. And a giant pile of snakes.
That's a good thing. I can use a flaming camel later.
So Jazzy and Seraphine are on one side, and Gilbert is on the other. And so you see these snakes look left and right, and they see that Gilbert is alone, and so they start heading your way, Gilbert. And so it's just a huge, like, just ground rumbling. You don't understand how exactly it's happening, but all these snakes seem to be both like they're like intertwined and like slithering over this thing, but somehow it's like staying in shape, and it is lumbering towards you.
I didn't realize it was snake mating season, but
I mean, I wasn't gonna try and make a Bakemonogatari reference, but I'm pretty sure this is a Bakemonogatari.
It would not be a live stream if you didn't mention.
Yeah. Hey, I've done pretty good at I mean, other than what, like 2 weeks ago I mentioned it, but other than that, like I don't usually mention Pokemon anymore.
That is
Usually.
not correct.
I don't usually. Anyway, okay, so the snakes are coming at me. And I'm close to the water. And there's okay. Does he seem pretty dead set, this snake mass? Are they pretty dead set on just like zoning onto me?
Well, he just received some resistance on that side, so I don't know if you can't really tell if it's headed towards just you or not.
Okay.
But you see an arm reach out and just like grab it just like extends super far and like grabs a villager and like starts to pull it into the mass of
Nice.
snakes.
Oh. I'm gonna swap with the villager as fast as I can.
Okay, so you swap with the villager. So now
Safe as soul. So now I'm in the mass of snakes.
Let's
And
see
I'm
how
gonna
that goes.
stab him.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll for you. So that went about as well as you thought it
You
might.
can imagine. Yeah.
Just a second, let me see. I lost my other snakes. Where they at? Okay, well, gotta open them up. No looking. All
Too
right,
late. I've memorized it.
perfect. All right, so you guys, I don't even know what is on anymore. Okay, perfect. So, so you start to, so you cut a few of the snakes that are right around you, but you then realize that that you are now entangled in this mess of snakes, and
Okay.
they start to kind of bite at you and attack you.
Like,
Okay. So do I take damage for that then, right?
Yeah, you took 1 damage. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so I am going to try and swap with a fire zombie.
All right, let's see how that goes.
This might be a massive mistake.
So you're super disoriented,
Yeah.
but you think you know where one is, and so we'll see if you escape. So just tell me what happens, Nate. Tell me what happens.
So I am going to while the snakes are biting into me, I'm going to swap with the zombie. In doing so, the snakes will then be biting the zombie. Therefore, the zombie now goes into detonation mode, right? Starts ticking away. And as that happens, snake rain.
Perfect.
Rain of snakes. I've had it with the
So,
snakes.
So you are in this snake pit and just having a go of it. You was very thankful and confused
Yeah.
still, and with your 3/8, you just explode this zombie man from the inside out, or this snake man from the inside out, and there's snakes flying every which way, and you can see the stone hits the ground for a second, and the snakes just seem to be kind of slithering around it for a minute. What does everybody do?
How much oil is on the ground?
I'm going to blast the burning camel right into the snakes. Scatter the snakes.
That's what I was
All
gonna
right.
say. I was
This
gonna either
camel
try and
shot.
throw them into the water and
Wait,
then light the water on
wait.
fire or
And
something equivalent.
and light everything on fire. Hey,
Yeah.
let's them work together with this.
Okay, deal.
This is like we got the same idea right here.
Remember
Poor
that
Camille.
bucket that I did absolutely nothing with after grabbing it? I think I'm gonna fill
You're
that
still
with as
holding
much
it.
oil. Yeah, it is now
There you
full
go.
of oil, right, Jen?
So we're
Or
gonna
it can be very
blast. So we're gonna
soon.
blast the bucket of oil and the flaming camel at the snakes. And just it's gonna be like Raiders of the Lost Ark.
All right, I will make a combined roll for both of you.
Yeah.
You accept the
The
roll
dangers.
together, the dangers with the
Oh boy.
I mean, I can take
with
4
the
points
benefit.
of damage. I'd be fine.
Boom.
Mars not so
All
much.
right.
Yes. 2 sevens, 2
So
4s.
this works great. So you guys managed to hurl this flaming camel into the center of the snakes, and you see it like kind of hits the stone, and the stone starts to crack a little bit, and then you see there's quite a few dead snakes, and a smaller snake man forms out of the remaining snakes, and he seems ready to rumble.
Wait. So here I got a quick question. Is the snake
Snake
man
boulder.
carrying the boulder for a head, or is it just like a snake man around the
It's
boulder?
like in the chest, like center of mass.
Almost like its heart.
Is where the
Okay.
where the boulder is. Like it's a bit it's like a big red glowing stone with like all these these giant runes etched on it.
It'd be really nice
Okay.
if we knew somebody who had a sledgehammer.
So
Wink.
you guys yeah, so now this you see this snake man. He just he one of his arms whips back, and he just like flings a ton of snakes at a group of fleeing survivors, and then and so you see these
Well,
snakes
they
like
aren't
flying through
survivors
the air and
anymore.
hissing, and then you and then he kind of turns his attention on the three of you, and it starts lumbering towards you. What do you guys do?
Big old beefy boy.
I'm going to boost. I'm going to boost my companions with some music.
Boost.
So
What's the song? Because I only
What's
get
the
boosted
song?
to Beyonce.
Let's see
It's-
here.
Who runs the world? Girls.
Girl.
Girls.
Girls. Snakes run the world.
Not today.
Not just
Oh shoot.
flaming camels. Let's
Flaming
see
camels.
here. Right now my mind is trying to somehow trying to incorporate all the single ladies with flaming camels.
That's a big stretch, my man.
Yes.
All the flaming camels. All the flaming camels.
Get thrown up.
Well,
Light them up. Oh.
Okay. All right. Here we go. With my very impromptu bad song. That's 2 6s.
2 6s. All right, perfect. So you were just sound blasting this guy? Oh no, you were
I was
inspiring
No, he
everybody.
was
Oh, okay.
boosting
Oh,
us.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect. So
inspiring my
so each of you
companions.
guys can make one 6 dice.
We can do. Say that again.
Each of you can do one move with 6 dice instead of 5. So Seraphine, what do you do?
Ooh.
Do you go after the people that are being attacked by the little snakes? Do you go after the big snake boy? There's one more zombie remaining who's burning people and
Well, what if I used my superpower to go after the big boy? Because I haven't used
all right. Oh, your Juggernaut style?
mine.
You well, okay. So you as all this is happening, you back into a crate, and you find that it is well, okay. We'll do this magic girl style. So what happens is if you're successful, like all the nearby metal like just like goes towards your body and then like helps form this super suit that you're then able to operate for a turn.
Sailor
So
Moon style.
so
I'm
I
ready.
will make the roll for you. I don't know if this is in the rules or not, but we are going to give you 7 dice because you are super powered. And
Didn't you create this game?
Lars
Shouldn't
spent
you
his
know if they
turn-
were in the rules?
He makes the
The rules
rules.
are in flex.
It's in the rules.
Guaranteed success, pretty much. So unless this happens, I'm just kidding. You got 2 8s.
Yeah.
Oh, you almost got 2 1s instead.
So you float up. You don't float up in the air, but you call out to nearby metal, and for a second you're afraid nothing's gonna happen, and then out of the pack of the burning camel, you just see all these ancient weapons, like because they're from the ruins, like come
Yeah.
flying towards you, and so you just get in like a rust-colored suit of armor, and then you just kind of yeet yourself right into the Snake Man, and
Yes.
you once again he just kind of explodes. Like you kill a lot of the snakes, but he just kind of explodes, and then the stone hits the ground again. Nate, what do you do?
So am I close
Or
to
who
the
wants to
stone?
go next? Anybody can go next. What was that?
You can go first, Lars.
So seeing Seraphine go after Snake Man, I'm going to go after this last fire zombie right here, and I'm just going to sound blast him again through the dirt because that kind of worked for the last one, and trying to slash up the other zombies has been working. So let's go some music.
So the zombie
Roll.
the zombie's pretty far away at this point. So this is going to take you out of the main battle because you guys have been he's been just chasing down survivors. So this will take you out of the main battle for a little while, but we can play out the scene. So you start running after this zombie, and I don't think speed isn't your weakness. No, speed is your weakness. So it takes you a minute. You're the equivalent of like, even a weakness is great. Like you're the equivalent of like an Olympic sprinter still, even though you're like a huge guy. Maybe not an Olympic sprinter, but you're sprinting, and
But,
you
I'm
reach the
right
zombie,
there,
and you and so your spirit armor is flashing, and you can kind of see it fizzling a little bit. So you're close enough to the zombie to sound blast it. So go ahead and give it a sound blast.
All right, sound blast, and that is 2 5s.
All right. So you manage to knock it back, and then all of a sudden it's running towards you, and it's like
Ooh.
you see it kind of sparking.
Ooh.
So you will you'll need to try and speed your way out of there. So you get to roll 3 dice.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So 3 dice. Move those 3 dice out of the way. Here we go. And that's a 4, 6, and an 8.
All right. So
no dice.
So you see this zombie gets just close enough to you that its blast radius hits you, and you see the last flash of light, and you know that your spirit guardian's out, and any damage you take from here on out will be physical damage.
All right.
So you have one spirit hit point left, but that's what's keeping your spirit companion alive.
Yeah.
So
I'm just
Who's
I'm
that?
just going to sit lie there in the dirt after getting rocked back by this explosion, and I'm just going to be all like, "Whoa, living on a prayer." Oh.
Our musical one. All right.
Poor guy.
I think we've lost all of our listeners at this point. I think one of you is watching and I'm watching, and that's it. That's okay.
That's okay.
I'm having a lot of
And
fun.
this is for future posterity.
Yes.
So so all the zombies are gone. You just have Big Snake Boy. The so you're kind of recovering from your power move. And Gilbert, you are the closest one, and so there's just this this orb surrounded by a bunch of snakes,
And that's it.
and
Just an orb.
and Seraphina's there, and she just kind of blasted these snakes apart, and her extra armor is kind of falling off at this point.
Oof.
Okay. Who's closer, her or me?
She's closer because she
I
just
am.
like yeeted into this thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna perspective swap with her and stab the orb with my sword.
All right.
The orb.
Power. That's
Orb
a
sword.
clutch move. That's power move.
All right, you are still inspired by Lars's song, but it
And
is a dangerous place.
Oh,
So
There's
you
lots of
managed
snakes.
to you managed to stab this orb, but there is lots of snakes and no zombies left to perspective swap with. So a couple of the larger snakes, just
there are
like
some villagers.
you see there are some villagers. That's always an option. So you see a group of snakes just kind of come up and they just kind of like punch you pretty much. Like and then
snake punch.
that arm kind of goes back to the orb and now you see an even smaller
I made a snake while we were
humanoid
talking.
come up.
Snake punch.
It's a snake.
Does the orb shout out its move? Snake punch.
Of course. So the first thing
Plus
this orb
ultra.
does is it spreads. It starts to spread out more snakes. It realizes that it's susceptible as one unit, and so it starts spreading a few more snakes out, and so now there's just kind of snakes all over the ground.
Wait, so it didn't kill the orb?
You damaged it. Sorry, you stab it,
Oh.
and like it starts to crack a little bit, but
He's
it is
still
still in one
alive?
piece.
Orb.
Are you still living?
Barely.
Well,
So
Barely?
the snake
the-
man has had enough with you guys, and it just starts to like run off towards the nearest villagers who have stopped to kind of gape a little bit.
Oh, idiots.
how far are they from the
Birdman.
oasis?
This would be helpful
What?
about now.
You're fairly close.
Is
I don't know,
is
like 20
orb,
yards away or something.
Is the orb also close to the water?
Yeah, it's like 20 yards away.
Okay. So this is my game plan. I'm going to perspective swap with one of the villagers, and as the orb approaches, I'm gonna whack it with my sword and try to whack it into the water, and then hopefully find some way to ignite the oil that has spread on the surface of the water.
This thing's pretty big. It will be difficult to whack around, but you can give it a shot.
I'm gonna give it a shot. It may be my weakness, but I'm gonna try.
Yeah, would it be better if he had strength as a strength of the strength?
Strength. is a
I.e.,
strength.
should I throw it instead?
Yes.
So we're gonna do this. We're gonna roll for you guys together. So you're gonna perspective swap with a villager first, and then right as he comes up, you can swap with
Yeah. I like this idea.
Bean, and she can whack it. All right. All
Alright.
right. You ready?
Let's do it, baby.
2 4s.
Ooh.
That's a win in my book.
All right.
I see
So-
this as an
It
absolute
will indeed
win.
happen.
So you guys so you perspective swap, and she does manage to hit it towards the water with a mighty swing. But just the brunt force of the snake wall hitting her deals her some damage, and then Gilbert, you don't realize it, but you stepped on the snake boy, and he bit at your heel, and you see your spirit armor flash. So you're now standing on
Yow.
top of a pretty large
Sneaky.
pretty large viper.
Oh, it's
Ooh.
a viper.
It's up a snack boy.
Snake.
A snaky snake.
It's a nope rope.
It's
A danger
no
noodle.
poop. But boop that snoot.
It's a danger noodle and
right.
a nope rope all in one.
Lars, Jazzy is sitting there recovering when he sees kind of a few snakes that have formed a super snake
Ooh.
slithering towards him. What do you
Kinda
do?
gross.
Gosh. I've had it with these mother effing snakes and this mother. That's hurt. I'm gonna sound blast these snakes and just.
You haven't used your super yet.
What even is my super?
Super note
It's
area of effect.
it's just it's area of effect. So you could potentially try and like if you could potentially try and kill all the snakes in your area.
Yeah. Do like you know how when you hit the right resonance, it causes like glass to shatter? You should try to do that with
Yeah,
snakes.
Yeah, I'll do that. So I'm first gonna blast my way through this group of snakes, and then I'll use that on the large group.
Ooh, yeah, there you go.
Okay. All right. Do you
Yeah.
want me to roll
So
or you want to roll?
Rolling 5 dice. Here I go,
Yeah.
and that is 2 5s.
Ah, darn
Heyo.
it. Okay. I designed a poison feature. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I designed a poison feature for if they make it through your spirit guardian. So I was really hoping I'd get to use it, but you managed
Not
to
today,
blast apart.
Peyton.
You managed to blast apart these snakes, and
Not today, Jed. And now I'm going to start jogging to the rest of the battle.
but you are like you don't time it quite right, and one of the snakes come through and like just like hit you in the face real hard, but it doesn't manage to bite you.
Just breaks your nose.
Pull that thing off.
Oh yeah, the snakes like kind of open up, and like they shoot one snake out of them at you, but you're able to blast apart the rest of them, and so you take 1 damage, and so now you are down to 3 physical HP. Oh wait, not that one. That one.
Oof.
All right. So, I'm still jogging. I just like tear that snake off and just like slow motion. Do 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 do.
Yeah.
Do 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 do.
All right.
Some fire blowing.
Sand and snakes spraying everywhere.
So the
Poetic.
snake is on this the main snake orb is on the edge of this pool of water, and it's kind of got 1 foot in it. What do you guys do?
Light that pupper. Who's got a torch?
There's lots of things on fire around you.
Perfect.
That work?
I'm a perspective swap with somebody who is close to a particular item that is on fire, and I'm going to swap back as soon as possible and throw the fire in the water and watch the world burn.
All right, perfect.
That's what I like
You
to
watch
see.
So 3 7s is an 8. So you watch the world burn, and
It's beautiful.
I'm not cool enough to not look at explosions, so I watch it.
As you
you
see this you see the orb like shatter as the water is lit on fire around it, and yeah, you guys have taken out the snake boy, but there is still a good amount of snakes around, but they stop behaving like a monster and start behaving more like snakes, so they're like kind of skittering off and hiding and stuff like that.
Dice.
Vibing elsewhere. Did we
Well,
win?
good job. Despite my best efforts, you guys survived. All the zombies are dead. All of the.
What about the army? What about the army of nomads?
Oh, that's right. Sorry. There's an outro scene. Don't worry.
Oh no!
Okay.
The epilogue.
So the army
got
of nomads.
So scared they ran away.
They
It was so ugly that everyone died.
They start marching. They start marching on your marching on the town after all this happened, and you guys are in kind of a situation because like it's against the law for you guys to use your powers against another human, even if that human is like attacking you. And so this is like a situation for sure because you know, you guys are pretty beat up and you
But
aren't
do
allowed to
they
use your
know that?
powers. Well, but they as they're approaching, you see a huge portal open up and just like just ranks of soldiers start marching through, and you recognize them as the Capitol Guard. And then the people do try and like run away and stuff, but the Capitol Guard like rounds them all up and they like take their leaders and they march them back through the portal to face capital punishment. Well, punishment in the capital, and you guys can
punishment. Yes.
you guys
The
can
capital.
you guys have a choice. You can either go back with the Capitol Guard, and then you don't have to walk back through the desert, or you guys can help clean up this mess. Your choice.
Can I turn into a bird again if I stay?
You find Tyrannus, and he says, "Sorry, man, I can only do that so many times a day, and you guys were it. Like,
All right, I'm out.
I'm sorry I couldn't help out more.
Man.
I didn't even get my alcohol. I'm out of this. Joy.
Yeah.
Somebody throws a lay of cactus blossoms around your neck and gives you a cask of cactus fruit wine.
Oh, fair enough. I guess I'll stay. We're missing the trees, but we got the women and the wine. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
And then,
Plus, also, I want to go raid some ruins.
Oh.
Lars, that was
it like kind of cut out, and it sounded like you said not raid with a D, but with another letter.
Panic.
Man,
I love
we
how
just got
all three of our
demonetized.
faces, just like,
I can pardon.
Oh, we're just gonna what?
You gotta do one.
Oh, we
What
lost.
happened?
Oh, there's Jen.
He was so ashamed of us, he had to leave.
I had to get out there. It's too much.
It's too much.
No, I was just trying to end the live stream of my screen, and I accidentally hung up. I'm not very Discord savvy.
You're doing your best.
Well, that was a blast.
Yes.
Anything? Any more epilogue?
So, yeah. So you guys are kind of deciding. You guys are debating on whether or not you want to go back to, if you guys want to help out the village, if you guys want to go back through the portal. When you see the captain of the guard walk up, and he hands you guys a scroll, and he tells you that you've been summoned to the capital to face the big three.
Oh.
And
it's because I wanted to raid some ruins.
Yeah,
raid some ruins.
As long as there's
among other things. And
oh my gosh, there's the next innuendo. All right, guys, I'm off to raid some ruins.
Oh no.
So
nope.
I veto.
Hard pass,
I veto
especially
that
with shaky
decision.
microphones. So you guys realize that this probably isn't a great thing to be summoned by the big three in this manner. But
I grab
as you
more
know,
alcohol and just start chugging.
Yeah, perfect.
You can't do this, sober.
She's always watching.
Birdman's the reason for all of this.
Birdman.
Birdman.
What have
I
you done
defy
to us?
you, Heartman.
I will have your feathers for this bird, man.
Oh. Meow.
Yeah.
So thank you to everybody that was watching this live or watched it afterwards. Thanks, Levi, for tuning in, and we'll see you
That
all
was a
next
blast.
time on Camille's Harem. I'm sorry oh, no mind. But anyway, thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
Huzzah.
thank you. As always, join us on the Discord. It's a fun time. You can find that in the description. I don't think it's really worth mentioning, except, is it next week that or not next week? In 2 weeks when we're doing the
2 weeks.
2
That's
weeks.
Lars's
Join
thing,
us.
yeah.
Yeah, join us in 2 weeks. We're doing a Halloween special, a spoopy story time. It's gonna be a blast.
This one's gonna be a lot of fun.
It is.
Oh, Nate, who's your character for that?
It still hasn't
I need.
changed from one.
Yes. Let's talk about that afterwards. Camille, you want to take us home?
Yes. Bye, Mom.